From the station putting local first, you're watching Studio 9.
Good evening and welcome to Studio 9. I'm your host, Patricia Maese. And this week, the show is focused all on your health and wellness. We'll take you inside Sense Therapy and show you why these non-invasive treatments are all the rage when it comes to health and beauty. And if you're waking up exhausted in the morning, 8-hour sleep clinics may help you get the Z's you need at night. Plus, the new East El Paso gym that has a comprehensive approach to fitness. And what's new at the La Viña Harvest Fall Festival. But first, we talk vascular health, leg discomfort, and improving the quality of your life with Physicians Vascular Services. Okay, let's talk about healthy veins. I'm here with Dr. Joseph Furlong. He is with Physicians Vascular Services. Now, a lot of people suffer with circulatory problems, but they don't know it. What are those symptoms, doctor, that they should be looking for?
Well, there's two parts of the circulatory system. There's the arterial pressures, the high pressure that sends blood from the heart to the tissue. For the return of the blood, that's the venous system, and that's the low pressure system, and it's as important as the high arterial pressure to be able to return that blood back to the heart. And so some of the symptoms related to vein disease include swelling, heaviness, tired, itching, burning, pain, cramps at night, restless leg numbness. Some people have one or two symptoms, sometimes more.
If you have any question or doubt, they should come in and see you. And how quick is that exam when they come in and you're able to tell, yeah, you have circulation problems?
Well, normally we do an interview with patients, obviously, when they come in, but we do vein ultrasounds, and to be able to determine if the valves are broken. If they're broken, that causes abnormal high pressures, and again, causes swelling, heaviness, and tiredness.
And there's a lot of things associated with it. You were talking about weight gain, diabetes. Age isn't necessarily a factor. But how quick is that? Like you said, you do a test to determine if there is a problem, and then there's treatment. Talk about the treatments for that.
So these increased pressures can be caused by a number of different things besides the job or lifestyle, family history, being pregnant, gaining weight, getting old, injury, trauma, surgery. There's also something called May-Turner syndrome, compression of the veins in the pelvis. There's been dramatic improvements of technology where we can put stents in to return that blood back to the heart.
Will people feel discomfort or pain or any range of that could be related to some of the circulation problems?
A lot of people will have different variables. Some people just come in, they only have heaviness and tiredness. It gets worse towards the end of the day. Other people will have a pain that gets worse as the day goes on.
Now, we were talking earlier, and you were explaining to me that just because you don't have varicose veins doesn't mean you don't have this issue. You don't always see a varicose vein.
Most people don't see varicose veins. They only have the symptoms. So a lot of times I'll talk to a patient and they'll say, boy, I know you said family history, but my parents didn't have bad veins. And it's like only 20% of people ever see varicose veins. It's swelling, heaviness, tiredness. Those are the main symptoms that most people have.
I'm glad you ran through those again. Now talk about the treatment. Is it simple that something you can do here, treat someone to open those veins again? And really, you were saying that the relief is sometimes instant.
So for the placement of the stents, for this iliac vein compression that happens in the pelvis, that's something that's brand new, that's only been able to be treated effectively in the last 6 to 12 months. Our patients tell us that as soon as they get off the table, they know that there was improvement. I would say anybody who's had vein treatments before, and they felt like they didn't get the improvement, it's not necessarily just because the veins of the legs had their valves broken, but because there's obstruction of the pelvis, so they need to come in and be evaluated with intravascular ultrasound to determine if that's going on, because these stents are changing people's lives.
Absolutely. And if they have any questions or concerns, they can come see you. Very simple. Don't let it go, because it could turn into a serious problem.
Sure. People will end up getting ulcerations because every valve in the veins get broken, the blood's not being returned, and there's a pressure gradient needs to be between the high arterial pressure and low venous pressure. If the pressures of the veins too high, not enough blood gets to the tissues, and tissue dies, open wounds that become infected and are quite painful.
It will change your quality of life. Thank you so much, Dr. Furlong. Sure. You guys need to come see him here at Physicians Vascular Services. We're going to have information for their website and how to get a hold of him on our website. Head on over to KTSM.com and click on the Studio 9 tab. Coming up on Studio 9, we show you the latest when it comes to non-invasive treatments and therapy. We take you inside Sense Therapy.
Are you
Ready for a better burrito? At Rita's Burritos, every recipe is made from scratch, and our hand-rolled tortillas enhance the freshness and authentic Mexican flavor in every bite. See what everyone's talking about. Rita's Burritos comes home to El Paso, 4907 Crossroads on the west side.
The key to your new Tropicana home will open more than just a door. It will open a new chapter in your life for you and your loved ones. Awarded 2018's Real Texas Builder Volume Builder of the Year, Tropicana Homes provides move-in ready floor plans designed with the Tropicana Homes tradition of quality, building strong foundations to last generations in 9 communities throughout El Paso. Visit TropicanaHomes.com today.
I'm Jeff Gannett, CEO of Macy's. Your Macy's store has been given a fresh look, and you are at the heart of it. Because you want more of what you love about Macy's. You want fashion that inspires you, help finding the perfect look, or the perfect gift. You want an experience that is more fun and more convenient. We're doing it all because Macy's is committed to our customers. And we're here to help find the remarkable you.
Where's Crawford?
At the Monster Used Car Sales Event at Crawford Buick GMC, and it's gigantic.
Only at the airport location, Montana and Airway.
Monstrous savings.
Out of this world vehicles.
And they've added repossessions, lease and rental returns, insurance recoveries, and even federal government surplus vehicles.
Great savings on all brands, including Toyota, Nissan, BMW, Cadillac, Hyundai, Mercedes-Benz, you name it. Special finance personnel on site. Some pre-owned vehicles sold for $499.
Dozens for less than $10,000.
The Monster Sales Event at Crawford Buick GMC.
Monstrous savings.
Montana and Airway, let's go.
Are you ready for a better burrito? At Rita's Burritos, every recipe is made from scratch, and our hand-rolled tortillas enhance the freshness and authentic Mexican flavor in every bite. See what everyone's talking about. Rita's Burritos comes home to El Paso, 4907 Crossroads on the west side.
Studio 9 sponsored by Tropicana Homes, building homes in the El Paso area for more than 69 years. Tropicana has been recognized locally and across the state multiple times as the Best Builder of the Year and Best Developer of the Year. There are 9 Tropicana communities currently serving the El Paso area. Find out more about Tropicana on our website at ktsm.com and click on the Studio 9 tab.
Studio 9, we're always looking for the latest and greatest. Now we're here at Sense Therapy. I'm with Lilian Urrutia. She's the wellness director. Tell me about Sense Therapy and the services that you offer.
Well, we here at Sense Therapy, we promote health and wellness for our clients, and everything is non-invasive. It's 100% natural. So we are promoting health and wellness here.
You have 3 main rooms, the cryo room, the chromo room, and the halo room. Let's start with the cryo room, which is cold. Tell me about that.
Yes. What happens here is this therapy consists of you entering a chamber that is between 130 and 160 degrees. And your body goes in there, and what happens is that your core goes into stimulation. And what happens is, your body goes into survival mode. And
the cold is supposed to be really good for you if you suffer from ailments like we were talking about, if you have joint problems, inflammation. And so it drops below, like we said, below zero, super, super cold, and it helps with all those problems. And you say people swear by it. They come here every day. Tell me about that.
Yes, they do. What happens is that once your body goes into that survival mode, it helps your circulation. And as your blood is going through your body, it starts releasing toxins.
Yes.
And replacing that with good oxygen. With that good oxygen, what it does, it promotes and it stimulates good hormones, so that's very good for your mental health. So it helps you out. It helps people with sleep problems, any depressions.
Everything and anything.
Yes, and a lot of our clients come in daily, and they just leave the room happy,
energized, feeling well, because it's a natural way. It's a natural way. It's a natural way to go in there and really just feel better without popping a pill. Especially as you get older, your body wears down. Those really cold temperatures. You go in there for a couple of minutes. Okay, let's talk about the chromo room. That's red therapy and infrared therapy, and it's something different, but it's also supposed to be really good for your body.
Yes, it's also very good for your body. It really promotes good health, skin, and also.
Like healing qualities, properties. Tell me about that.
Yes, the healing properties, it helps you when you have any wounds that are hard to close. If you have any blemishes, any bad skin problems, And also, one of the good benefits, and most of our clients come in because it helps stimulate your collagen, and you look radiant, and it helps you with stretch marks, with any cellulite. And
cellulite. Who doesn't love that?
Yes,
as a woman, right? We're always trying to get rid of that cellulite.
Exactly, and it's 100% natural. So.
And you can go in there about 20 minutes, you said.
Yes.
And you can do that several times a week as well, and you start to see the results. People love it.
Yes, yes. A lot of people love it. They just come and it gets addicting because you start seeing the results immediately.
And then, okay, the last one is the Halo Room, and that's what we're talking about, salt therapy. And we've also heard a lot about that. Just good for everything. Run me through it really quick.
So this is a Himalaya salt, and you sit into the room, which is covered of Himalaya salt. You go into a 0-degree chair. And once you're there, which you're relaxing, you're inhaling these little small particles that go through your nose. And as they're going in, they are removing all the toxins that are in your lungs. Also, the salt particles that are in the air, they hit your skin, or they touch your skin, and also balances your pH.
So it's supposed to be amazing for you. We've heard people who suffer from asthma to allergies, also your skin.
Yes.
So the 3 rooms are here at Sense Therapy. Check them out. If you want more information, head on over to our website, ktsm.com. We're going to have a link to Sense Therapy on the Studio 9 tab. Thanks so much, Lillian.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
If you're looking for the place where you can really do any type of workout, we have it just for you. I'm here with Mark Duchesne. He is the owner of Elevate Gym. It's a new concept really here for the Sun City. Tell me about Elevate Gym and what you offer people.
Yeah, so I've been in the fitness business for over 10 years now. So we started to understand where fitness is going is not necessarily like one modality that you would choose to do. Gone are the days where maybe the Arnold days where it's just bodybuilding, body part training. It's much more where it's a lot of different type of modalities. People are not just satisfied doing one type of thing. A lot of people have different types of gym memberships. Maybe you have a spin class membership. Maybe you have a CrossFit membership. You have a gym membership. But you want to be able to have fun, continue motivating, because that's what it's all about.
And do everything, right? So you don't get bored.
Yeah, it's about being motivated. It's just actually going and doing what you want to do.
Yes.
Instead of having to go and just go through the motions because you have to do it, right? So most of it, and most people's mind of fitness is changing. And it's not just, oh, I got to build more muscle, I want to look a certain way, and that's totally fine if you do. There's a lot of people who want to just be more fit, right? They want to be healthy, and so health is a lot more involved in people's decisions than just being physique. Or just worried about the physique only, right? So we wanted to create a gym and a new concept where we believe fitness is going, and that's different modalities, and we wanted to create an environment was not only motivating to do so, but allowed and encouraged to do anything you wanted to do or want to do for that matter. And so we wanted to create a gym where you can do your bodybuilding, you can do traditional type stuff, but you also have some of the specialty stuff. You can do cardio, an open space where maybe you want to do HIIT, right? You want to jump on a machine, but you want to, in the end, like in the middle of between sets, you're doing something that elevates your heart rate, like a body weight movement, lunges, whatever it is, burpees. So we wanted to create that space to do it in. And not only that, we have fantastic group membership classes where we've done that for 10 years, been voted some of the best in the city at doing that. So we wanted to take that mindset of encouragement and motivation on how to do things and bring it into the general population of fitness.
It's a comprehensive approach, and it also kind of helps to keep that boredom, because if you do the same thing every day, it's not really good for you. I mean, those old style workouts from 10, 20 years ago, doing the same thing every day, that's not the way to work out now. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe doing the same thing every day is not necessarily bad for you, is if you're doing the same thing and there's never any progression to it. Right? So, and a lot of times if you're doing the same thing, then it starts to get boring or you get stuck and there's no, you don't have any motivation to progress through it. And so that's why truly, you can change it up and people want to change it up. So doing the same thing is not bad. It's just sometimes doing the same thing gets you in a rut and you just get stuck. So that being said, you want to be able to change it up so that you stay motivated and you continue to work.
And so if people are looking for that diversity, that comprehensive approach, really from classes to sculpting, to weightlifting, to CrossFit. You have it all from cardio. It's a fantastic place, great approach. Mark Duchesne, Elevate Gym here in East El Paso. To get a hold of them, head on over to KTSM.com, click on the Studio 9 tab. We're going to have a link to all their information. Next on Studio 9, if you feel like you're not getting enough sleep at night, we talk to the experts and explain what you need to be aware of and when it's time to see the doctor.
Sunday Night Football on KTSM 9 News features the Steelers at the Chargers. Be sure to head on over to our Facebook and Twitter pages for your chance to win a Bud Light NFL prize package. We'll be selecting winners at halftime on Sunday. We'll see you then.
The key to your new Tropicana home will open more than just a door. It will open a new chapter in your life for you and your loved ones. Awarded 2018's Real Texas Builder, Volume Builder of the Year, Tropicana Homes provides move-in ready floor plans designed with the Tropicana Homes tradition of quality, building strong foundations to last generations in 9 communities throughout El Paso. Visit TropicanaHomes.com today.
You like helping people. It's your favorite part of this. You get it. It's comfortable. But is your heart in it? Does your heart have to be in it? You think doing something you want is reserved for other people in easier situations? Listen, I'm not saying it's not hard. It's going to be hard. But when has hard stopped you from getting what you really want?
Stop thinking about it and start doing it. Get ready for a new career in healthcare at pmi.edu.
Welcome to the Edge of Texas. At the Edge of Texas, our steaks are delicately cut. You have to love the outcome of the food. For me, my heart is in it, and I'd like to share it with everyone. We have great margaritas. They are part of the Edge of Texas. The Edge of Texas, to me, is my home. You want a home-cooked meal? You want great service? Come to the Edge of Texas. We'll take great care of you.
It's time to save. At Martin Tire Company, big discounts on our giant selection of tires and wheels that will make your vehicle bolder. Get 4 14-inch tires for just $150. Buy 4 15-inch tires for $160. Yes, 4 tires for only $160. And if you need a bigger size, you will pay just $196 for 4 16-inch tires. Come on in, and you will be treated as a champion by our friendly expert team. Make your car bold with new tires. Martin Tire Company.
Need tires? Think Martin.
KTSM 9 News Between the Lines, a new perspective on the borderlands' breaking, local, and trending stories.
Plus your views and opinions on news that's important to you.
KTSM 9 News Between the Lines, weekdays at 6:30 p.m.
Okay, let's talk about a good night's sleep. I'm here at 8 Hour Sleep Clinic with the medical director. This is Dr. Joe Dombrowski. Doctor, first let's start with what exactly is a sleep doctor?
Well, thanks, Patty, for asking. A sleep doctor is a specialist in those health conditions that impact both your sleep and how they carry over into your daytime performance. So I completed training in family medicine, and then I also did a board certification in sleep medicine.
And a lot of people have some sort of sleep issue. The biggest one we were talking is insomnia. Why are people struggling with insomnia?
Yeah, so we're trying to squeeze more out of our days, and so that stress builds up, and that can impact your ability to fall asleep and stay asleep.
And it isn't just something that affects adults. Kids also deal with insomnia.
Absolutely, absolutely. So,
tell me about that. Yes.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of children that are having difficulty initiating and maintaining sleep, and that's impacting their school time performance, and oftentimes presents with symptoms like ADD, and ADHD. And so oftentimes I'll see those patients, and I will work on improving their night's sleep. and they can come off medications and improve their daytime performance.
Now, what are the symptoms? How do you know if you're struggling with some sort of sleep issue, insomnia? Explain it to us like we're 2 years old.
Yeah, so it's a great question. It's not a diagnostic dilemma. Right. So if you're having difficulty falling asleep, staying asleep, or you're waking up earlier than you want to, and it's making you feel bad during the day, that's it. That's insomnia.
It's affecting your life. Okay, how do you treat patients differently here at 8 Hour Sleep Clinic? What is your approach?
Absolutely. So falling back into my family medicine roots, I really do take a full multidisciplinary approach to insomnia because there's lots of things that can impact your night's sleep. And then I use what's called cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia. It's the gold standard for treating insomnia. It's not using medications. It is basically retraining your brain to reassociate the bed with the act of falling asleep and staying asleep.
Do you find that sometimes it's the habits or the patterns or the way people are living their life that's affecting their sleep at night?
Absolutely. Oftentimes it's one stressful event or a series of events that you start to lose sleep over. And then what happens is you think that you can force yourself to sleep by counting sheep or listening to music, and what you're doing is you're just reinforcing the act of staying awake in bed. You're learning to be awake in bed. And so what we have to do is we have to just change your perception of the bed and change your behavior surrounding sleep.
Talk about the evaluation process. A patient comes in and what they go through, the steps.
Great. So we're in one of our sleep lab rooms right now. So you come in and you see me here. It's a very comfortable environment, and I'm going to take a 24-hour history. I'm going to find out what's impacting you during the day and how it's carrying over into the night. I'm going to ask a full medical history because a lot of times medical problems and the medications we use to treat them can impact your ability to fall asleep. I'm going to do a physical exam to make sure that I'm covering all my bases and leaving no stone unturned. And then if I feel that you have potentially difficulty breathing at night, we'll do a sleep study. And we have the ability to do that sleep study both in the comfort of your own home or the comfort of our sleep lab.
And people don't always have to take medication.
Absolutely. So, you know, every professional academy supports the use of psychotherapy and non-pharmacologic treatments for the treatment of insomnia before we even think about medications.
That is outstanding. Of course, doctor, if someone has a question about their sleeping at night, if you're not getting a good night's sleep, you have questions, come see him here at 8 Hour Sleep Clinic. We're going to have all the information for 8 Hour on our website. Head on over to ktsm.com and click on the Studio 9 tab. Thank you so much, doctor.
Thank you, Patty.
Coming up on Studio 9, we talk about what you can expect this year for La Viña's Harvest Fall Festival.
Enjoy your weekend at Taco Cabana with TC Time. Now you can get 6 chicken fajita tacos, 6 flautas, rice, and beans for just $14.99. It's TC Time, only at Taco Cabana.
The key to your new Tropicana home will open more than just a door. It will open a new chapter in your life for you and your loved ones. Awarded 2018's Real Texas Builder, Volume Builder of the Year, Tropicana Homes provides move-in ready floor plans designed with the Tropicana Homes tradition of quality, building strong foundations to last generations in 9 communities throughout El Paso. Visit TropicanaHomes.com today.
Give me a chance while I'm in foster care. Speak up for my best interests in court.
Give me a chance. Be by my side during meetings with my social workers and lawyers so I don't get lost in the system. Give me a chance. Talk to my teacher so I can do well in school.
Become a court-appointed special advocate or CASA volunteer and be a powerful voice in court for children in the foster care system. Give a child a chance at becomeacasa.org.
Just because we're super hungry
doesn't mean you gotta spend a lot, because Denny's brought back the Super Slam with eggs, hash browns, bacon, sausage, and buttermilk or pumpkin pancakes, all for just $5.99. The $5.99 Super Slam is back. See you at Denny's.
Shop, save, and drive at the all-new Subaru El Paso. This month, get 0% APR on some of our most popular models. That's 0% APR for 36 months on the 2019 Outback, the 2019 Legacy, and the 2019 Impreza, all with complimentary maintenance included. Don't delay. Shop 0% APR today.
At Airway Boulevard and Montana Avenue, SubaruElPaso.com.
The KTSA KTSM Football Frenzy Challenge is back. Pick your pros weekly and compete locally for your chance to win a flat screen TV. The best of the best can win a trip for 2 to Hawaii. Test your skills by entering now at KTSM.com. Contest is sponsored by...
I'm Jeff Gannett, CEO of Macy's. Your Macy's store has been given a fresh look, and you are at the heart of it. Because you want more of what you love about Macy's. You want fashion that inspires you, help finding the perfect look, or the perfect gift. You want an experience that is more fun and more convenient. We're doing it all because Macy's is committed to our customers. And we're here to help find the remarkable you.
Enjoy your weekend at Taco Cabana with TC Time. Now you can get 6 chicken fajita tacos, 6 flautas, rice, and beans for just $14.99. It's TC Time, only at Taco Cabana.
Watch KTSM 9 News every weekend for Studio 9, hosted by El Paso's own Patricia Maese, the Borderlands' only lifestyle show, showcasing the hidden gems and little-known spots in our community. Watch Studio 9 Saturdays at 6:30 p.m.
Studio 9 sponsored by Tropicana Homes, building homes in the El Paso area for more than 69 years. Tropicana has been recognized locally and across the state multiple times as the best builder of the year and best developer of the year. There are 9 Tropicana communities currently serving the El Paso area. Find out more about Tropicana on our website at ktsm.com and click on the Studio 9 tab.
Okay, it's fall festival season, and it wouldn't mean anything without the La Viña Harvest Fall Festival getting ready to kick off the 19th and 20th of October. I'm here with the owner of La Viña Winery, Ken Stark. Okay, what do we have going on this season? Let's explain to people why I'm dressed like this.
Oh, man, this is something brand new. In Chile, where Guillermo Contador, my winemaker's from, they have a Harvest Queen every year.
Yes.
He said, let's have a Harvest Queen. I said, great idea.
So I'm not the Harvest Queen, let's just get that out there, but you can apply or submit your video and information to be the Harvest Queen this year of the La Viña Fall Festival.
That's correct.
What do people need to do?
Well, they need to think about if they want to win 24 bottles of La Viña wine, or they want to go with 2 tickets to Las Vegas, Nevada, they can be the Harvest Queen.
So there are prizes. Here's why you want to participate. You not only get the crown and the sash, and you get to be part of La Viña because it's a fabulous, fabulous event. Plus, you could either win tickets to Las Vegas or 2 cases of wine.
And we're going to have a nice little parade for the Queen.
Yes.
Around here in the festival grounds, so everybody can celebrate the new Queen. And you need to send that to hashtag La Viña Harvest Queen 2019.
We're going to have that information. It's on your website, but it's also on our website. When we have the story on there, you can find it there. But let me repeat that again. Hashtag La Viña Harvest Queen 2019. Would you like to be the queen? Just post a video on Instagram or Facebook with that hashtag, about 15-20 seconds, explaining why you should be the La Viña Harvest Queen this year for the Fall Festival, the 19th and 20th. You also have some new wines you're going to be showcasing.
Yeah, also some nice new wines, new reds, some new specialty wines, some chili wines, wine that sort of tastes like beer.
Everything and anything. But this is a new thing, and you get this crown and this hashtag. Participate. You want to get involved. Don't forget to send your videos. All that information on our website. Thanks so much, Ken. We're going to be here this year again covering it. Such a fabulous event. On our website, head on over to ktsm.com. That's it for Studio 9 this week. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Patricia Maese. My crew and I will be back next week with a special show focused on breast cancer awareness. We'll see you next week at the same time. Have a great weekend and stay El Paso strong.